This week sees the return of the Europa Conference League with the likes of Lille, Frankfurt and Brighton in the mix. Who's getting off to a banger? Who's going to get off to a stinker? We're going to take a little look next. That's right, folks. Back once again with another prediction video. Today we're taking a deep look in, of course, a Europa Conference League match number 1, just around the corner. We'll take a look at it in a second. Of course, if you're new, where you been, smash your subscribe button back to all things Conference League related, Blabbing Rovers related, world football related. We got it all here, boys, under one roof scheme. Will any of the big clubs have a little of a stinker, of course, in the opening day? We'll, of course, examine that in a second. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs. They are the patrons. You know who you are. But let's get in there, of course, and remind ourselves of the clubs that make up the Conference League before we take a look at the predictions. So here we go. So kick it all off over in Group A. We have Lille, of course. That's right. Ljubljana. We've got Slaven Bratislava and KI, of course, coming at you. Meanwhile, in Group B, we have Genk. We have Breidablik. We have Maccabi Tel Aviv and Zrinjski. Oh, yes. Kicking off into C. It's Astana, Balkani, Dinamo Zagreb, Victoria Pilsen make up a challenging Group C. D sees the likes of Beşiktaş, Club Brugge, Bodø, Glimt and Lugano. That's right, coming out of Switzerland. In Group E, some more juggernauts here. We've got AZ, Alkmaar, Aston Villa. That's right, Legia, Warsaw and Zrinjski. Mostar there. What else? We have F, Čukarički. We have Ferencváros. We have Fiorentina. And we have Genk. To complete Group F. Into the final two now we have, of course, Aberdeen, Frankfurt, PAOK and HJK Helsinki. And the final group, Group H, sees Fenerbahce, Ludogorets, Razgrad, Nordsjælland, Spartak, Trnava. That's right. So that completes the groups. Of course, I want to remind you that we are doing this of course, with the Prediction League, of course, coming at you from the official Europa Conference League website. Check it out. That link down there is unusual from the other two that we're doing besides the Europa League and the Champions League. The link is not as customized as I want it, but it's there and it's also in the description down below. But we are going to take a look at each and every one of the games, put in our score predictions, and of course, put in our booster as well. We did it last year. And we're going to come back at it this year. So let's get into it and have a look at what I'm talking about. So here we are, folks. Here I bloody am down here. Of course, take a look at each and every one of these games one by one. We're going to put the score prediction. And then, of course, we're going to put a popular booster in there to see what we think that's going to come at you this coming match day. So let's get into it and waste no more further ado and have a look at the first one. And as I go along, you'll see what we're talking about. We're going to start with, of course, this one here. Lille up against Olympique Ljubljana. And that's right. That's actually the first game coming at you on Wednesday, the 20th of September. Now, these two sides have never played each other, but they're coming out of Group A. Lille with 67% form at the minute. Just one defeat past 6. Of course, Olympique Ljubljana, of course, 58% form for them. A couple of defeats in the last 6 as well. Lille, though, have won 9 home matches in a row and they haven't lost any of the last 22 home matches. Period. Of course, Lille picking up a 2-2 draw against Rennes most recently in the top flight in La France with Ljubljana. Picking up a 2-1 win as well on the 16th of September against Maribor. That's right. I do have odds on this game. Of course, odds coming at you. 4-1 on for Lille, 5-1 is draw, 10-1 is your long shots. It does show the popular predictions as well. We are going to go with the 2-0 win, I think. I think Lille will win this game, and I think they'll come out of it with a clean sheet. It's just a matter of how many goals they'll score in this one. Fenerbahce taking on Nordsjælland as well. Coming out of Group H this one. Never played each other, these two sides. Fenerbahce, though, 100% form for them right now, winning 6 games on the spin, 4 games in a row. And of course, actually, that 6-game run is actually a 10-game winning run. Up against Nordsjælland, unbeaten in the last 5, 67% form for them, but back-to-back draws. Of course, and that draw includes a 2-2 draw against Copenhagen this past weekend with Fenerbahce beating Akarangu. That was, of course, last. They are playing Fenerbahce today, so we'll see how they shape up as well. So bear that in mind when you make this pick. Of course, 50-8 is your Fenerbahce, 50-8 on, 60-5 is the draw, and 90-4 is your long shots. Fenerbahce at home should be a no-brainer. I'm going to go with a 3-0 on this one. Of course, they are very intimidating. It's definitely a difficult place to go, but don't write Nordsjælland off just yet. Of course, when they get their home games, they'll also prove to be difficult as well. Next up, we have Ludogorets Razgrad. They are taking on Spartak Trnava as well. That's coming at you out of Group H as well to wrap up that the last group there. Ludogorets, 58% form for them right now. Unbeaten in the last 3. Let's pick a couple of wins and a draw. These two sides never played each other, according to my eyes. Trnava, though, just 1 defeat past 6. 67% form for them heading into this. Trnava picking up a 4-3 win over Maccabi in their top flight. 7 goals, but a 4-3 in the end. That's, of course, our most recent one, with Ludogorets Razgrad picking up a 2-2 draw against Botev Plondiv, of course. The odds for this game, though, coming at you, we have 20-11 on for Ludogorets Razgrad. The bookies have had them top-notch favourites here. 10-3 is draw, 70-4 is your away win. Going to go with a 2-1 win on this one for Ludogorets. You see me clicking the buttons here for these popular predictions. You can actually score your own in there. They are the ones that I'm going to go for, so I'm going with that for the time being. HJK taking on PAOK, of course. Come at you out of Finland this game. Play each other never, these two sides. HJK Helsinki, just 1 defeat past 6, 75% form for them. PAOK coming into this on the back of a defeat, 83% form for them. Prior to that defeat, 5 winning games in a spin. That defeat was against Crete, pre-international break. They are taking on Addis Thessaloniki right here, right now, with HJK picking up a 2-0 win over Turku over in the top flight there, the championship round of the Cup over in Finland as well. So they're in a good bit of form at the minute. The odds for them is 30-5 for the victory, 55-2 is draw. Even Stevens is your away win. I'm going to go with the popular one here, which is a draw, 1-1 draw in the end. I think PAOK will get something out of this. HJK will not lose it, though. So it's either a win for them or I'll pick up a draw as well. Frankfurt taking on Aberdeen, coming at you over in Germany. Let's get into the deep end on this one, of course. Frankfurt, previous winners of this, correct me if I'm wrong, or did they win the Euro? I think they won the Europa League. Of course, Frankfurt coming at you, unbeaten the last 6 games, 67% form for them. However, of those last 6, 4 of them have been draws. Aberdeen, though, look absolute dog shit right now. And of course, we'll go into this, licking their wounds, 33% form for them at the minute, just 1 win in the last 6, 3 defeats on the spin. Aberdeen actually haven't won the last 5 games. Frankfurt, though, haven't lost in the last 9 and haven't lost any of the last 13 home matches. They look pretty good, including a draw against Bochum. That was, of course, on the road with Aberdeen losing to Hearts most recently. The odds for this game coming at you this coming midweek is 6-1 on for Frankie, 6-1 as a draw, 60-1 as your long shots. I had high hopes for Aberdeen for this, but looking at their form right now, it's looking a bit whimsical. I'm going to go a different one here. I'm going to go with a 4-0 win. Frankfurt will like to get off to a fantastic start. Of course, put themselves in prime time position to qualify already after match number 1. Next up, we have Ferencváros coming at you against Čukarički, coming at you out of Hungary. This is over in Group F now. Ferencváros, 6 games winning run at the minute, 100% form for them. Up against Čukarički, just 1 win in the last 6. However, just 1 defeat past 4, 33% form for them heading into this. Čukarički picking up a 2-1 win over Red Star Belgrade, I believe, in the top flight over there. Meanwhile, Ferencváros with a big 8-0 demolition job in the cup there, the round of 64 against a team I don't even want to pronounce. Kicking on forward, though, the odds for this game coming at you. We have, where are you? We have 10-3 on for Ferencváros, the home side. They're favoured to win here. 9-2 is the draw. 8-1 is your long shots. We are going to go with Ferencváros as well. We're going to go with a 2-0 win. We'll keep it safe. Go with a 2-0 win as well. Kicking off forward, though, is Genk up against Fiorentina. This is a bit of a banger. Coming at you out of Group F. Now, these two sides never played each other. According to Miles, Genk, though, 67% form for them right now. Unbeaten in the last 6. Up against Fiorentina. 1-2 lost to and drawn to over the last 6. Their last match, Fiorentina, was a 4-0 loss to Inter. However, they are taking on Atalanta today. With, of course, Genk picking up a 2-0 win over Union Saint-Gilloise, of course, in their top flight over in Le Belgium. Of course, the odds right here, right now, for this one, we've got 30-8 is your Genk, 25 draw, 31-20 is your Fiorentina. It's a tight one to call here, and I also going to go with a 1-1 draw on this one. Meanwhile, Zrinjski Mostar taking on AZ Alkmaar, of course, coming at you. One of the early games in Group E. Played each other never. Mostar, though, 42% form for them right now. Just 1 win in 5 up against AZ, unbeaten in the last 6. In fact, they have a winning streak of 7 matches away from home in a row, and unbeaten in the last 12 games. Look red hot. 92% form for them right now. Of course, they did beat Vitesse Arnhem before the international break. They are taking on Sparta Rotterdam right here, right now, with a Zrinjski Mostar picking up a loss to Sarajevo in their top flight this past weekend. The odds for this one, we have Mostar 10-3 for the victory, 30-5 is the draw, 5-4 on is your AZ, and I might go with that. I'm going to go with a cheeky away win here of course, with AZ picking up a 1-0 win. And I'm edging closer, maybe to go for my booster on that one. We'll have a little bit harder of a think about that one. Next up, we have Legia Warsaw up against Aston Villa. That's right, coming at you out of Poland. Now, these two sides never played each other either, with Legia Warsaw unbeaten in the last 8 games, actually winning 3 matches at home in a row, with Villa just 1 defeat past 6, 83% form for them heading into this one. Villa picking up a 3-1 win, late win against Crystal Palace most recently, with, of course, the Polish outfit picking up a 1-1 draw against Gimilchi in their top flight as well. The odds coming at you for this one with 50-4 is your Legia Warsaw, 20-13 on is your Aston Villa. 3-1 is the draw on here. Could go either way, perhaps. Going to go with a 2-1 win, I think, for Aston Villa on the road. Next up, we have Lugano coming at you out of Switzerland, up against Bodø Glimt, of course, from Norway. Now, these two sides, again, never played each other, in my eyes. Lugano, 50% form for them right now, 1-3 and lost 3 over the last 6, with Bodø Glimt coming at you unbeaten in the last 6 games. Of course, 83% form for them, winning 4 and drawing a couple. Of course, their last match was against HamKam. Big 4-4 draw there. That was before the international break. Taking on Rosenborg right here, right now, today, with Lugano picking up a 3-0 win over Lansing in the Swiss Cup, round of 32 this past weekend. The odds coming at you for this one, we have Lugano 2-1 for the victory, 12-5 is the draw, 13-10 is your away win. Which way are you going to go? Going to go play it on the fence here. 1-1 draw. Not too sure about Lugano at the moment, but we'll see how they get on as well. Club Brugge taking on a Beşiktaş coming out of Belgium this time. Of course, Brugge last season were in the Champions League, this season in the Conference League. Played each other 3 times, these two sides. 2 wins for Brugge, 1 for Beşiktaş. No draws. Of course, the biggest win for Brugge, 3-1 win. The only win for Beşiktaş was a 2-1 win. In fact, Beşiktaş just scored 4 goals compared to Brugge's 6 over the course of those 3 games. 1.33 goals game ratio for the visitors, 2 goals game ratio for Brugge. Brugge, though, just 1 defeat past 6, 75% form for them right now. Up against Beşiktaş, though, 92% form for them. They're unbeaten in the last 28 games. And they haven't lost any of the last 11 away matches, with Brugge picking up 6 wins or 6 unbeaten game run at home. Of course, the last time played each other in Belgium was a 2-1 win for Brugge. That was back in 2015. They did pick up a 4-2 win over Charleroi in the Juniper League, with Beşiktaş beating Silverspor before the international break. They are taking on Trabzonspor right here, right now, today. Of course, the odds right here, right now, for this bit of a zinger here. We have Brugge 11-10 for the victory, 23-10 is your Beşiktaş, 5-2 is a draw. On the fence goes Dirk on this one. 0-0 draw. I like Beşiktaş. They've got a good bit of form right now. Brugge going to be difficult to beat at home, so I'm going to play it safe with the draw. And this one's Zagreb up against Astana, of course, coming at you, Croatia. Played each other 4 times, these two sides, since 2018. 4 wins and a 4 for Zagreb, including a 4-0 win, which was their biggest. They've scored 9 goals compared to Astana's 0, which equals 2.25 goals game ratio. Zagreb, though, just 1 defeat the past 6, 75% form for them right now. Astana, 1-2 lost to and drawn 2 over the last 6. Zagreb, though, winning 3 home matches in a row. And, of course, last time played each other in Zagreb was a 4-0 win back in July 2023. It was actually this year. They've already played each other twice. This year, it was in the Champions League qualification. Of course, both sides ultimately ending up in this competition, following on from their attempts to qualify for the big leagues. Zagreb picking up a 3-0 win over Slaven Belupo most recently, with Astana picking up a 2-1 win over Topol. The odds for this, though, of course, Zagreb 10-3 on for the victory, 70-4 draw, 8-1 is your long shots. Going to go with a popular one, 2-0 win for me. On this one, Victoria Pilsen, they are taking on Balkany, of course, coming at you out of the Czech Republic. Correct me if I'm wrong, 100% form for Pilsen right now. They have actually 6 wins on the bounce. They haven't actually lost any of the last 11 games. They've also got an 8-game unbeaten run at home. Up against Balkany, just 1 defeat the past 6, 83% form for them. Of course, sticky wicket once again. Balkany picking up a 2-1 win over Giljanai. Their top flight before the international break. They're taking on Dukanji. Is their top flight right here, right now, with Pilsen beating Bohemians Prague before the international break, and again taking on Zlin over in their top flight as well. The odds for this one, tricky one to call. 3-1 on is your Pilsen, 4-1 is your draw, 50-2 is your away win. Back the host here, 2-0 win. Going the distance on that one. Then we have Zora Lugosnist up against Genk, of course, coming at you out of Belgium. Now, these two sides played each other never. Lugosnist, of course, 50% form for them right now. 1-2 lost to and drawn 2 up against Genk, of course, who are unbeaten in the last 4, winning 3 games on the bounce. 75% form for them heading into this. Genk last played Bruges, of course, before the international break, picked up a 2-1 win. They are taking on Oud Helvai in the top flight in the Juniper League. They're expected to come out there with a victory, with Lugosnist losing to Metalist actually this weekend. They're already building up for the next match against Dnipro 1, following on from this game as well. Let's have a look at the odds here. We've got Zura Lugosnest 6-1 for the victory, 29 on is against, 65 is the draw. I am going to go with a draw on this one. It's not already on the popular vote, so I could score myself some big old points here. I'm going to go with a draw myself. on this one. Into the final two now, we have Tel Aviv coming at you as well. Where are you, Tel Aviv? I'm looking for you. There you are, against Breidablik, coming at you out of Israel. Now, these two sides never played each other, of course. Tel Aviv, 92% form for them right now. They're actually unbeaten in the last 13 matches up against Breidablik. Of course, 67% form for them right now. Just 1 win in 3, though, heading into this. They did play Harajbor in their top flight pre-international break. They did lose that game, taking on that same team. The reverse fixture, I guess. I think the last one might have been in the Cup, or this is the Cup. This is at home today, so we'll see how they shape up next time around. Tel Aviv, though, they picked up a 3-0 win over Hadera, of course, in the Israel top flight, taking on, of course, Benai Reina in the Israel top flight right here, right now as well. Again, those games in play today. Of course, 5-1 on is your Tel Aviv. We have 5-1 is the draw. 12-1 is your long shots. That's Breidablik on this one. We are going to go with the host here. Going to keep it simple with a 1-0 win for Tel Aviv. And then wrap it up. We do have Slovan Bratislava taking on KI Klašvik, of course. These two sides have never played each other, according to my eyes. Bratislava, though, coming into this on 67% form for them, winning 4 of the last 6 up against, of course, Klašvik. 50% form for them right now. 1-2 lost to and drawn to. Klašvik picking up a 2-1 win over HB Tushaven. That was, of course, this past weekend, with Slovan Bratislava picking up a 7-0 win over Zvantajur in the Cup, taking on, of course, Donetski Streda in the weekend in the top flight. Big game that is over in that neck of the woods. And then, of course, the odds 10-7 on is your host, 14-5 is your 50-4 is your away win. Back the host here, 3-1 win. Actually, going to go 3-0 win to save the bloody day. Those are my picks. Where's my booster, though? If I'm going to go with one game that's going to secure the points for me, I'm going to go with this one, which will be Ferencváros against Čukarički, playing the booster. So anything's activated and any score lines or points there will be doubled. That, my friends, is what I've got for you. And of course, hopefully you can join me too right here, right now, with, of course, the Prediction League. And of course, the code is right there on the screen for your leisure. That, my friends, is it. Make sure you subscribe, thumbs up. Your one-stop shop for Conference League is right here. We're going to be from here, the group stages, all the way through to the final, of course, which will be deep into 2024. But until then, subscribe, and I'll see you soon for the next one. That's match number 2. But until then, let's see how you get on.